Hello and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button, and thank you to everybody who hits that like button. It really does support the channel, so thank you. And the beautiful comments, they let me know that the information is resonating with you, helping you, and in alignment with what's going on, which encourages me to do more and more, so thank you very much. So we're going to do a reading for my divine masculines and divine feminines. I've had a request, can you please do a twin flame reading or a divine counterpart reading? We'll take it whichever way it resonates. You do not need to be in a twin flame connection for a divine masculine and divine feminine reading. But know this, it's not like a karmic relationship. It's not like a toxic relationship. It'll be your divine feminine and divine counterpart, masculine and feminine, has a higher spiritual union. So this is something with a very deep connection, a very spiritual connection, a higher connection. Generally, they can be very challenging or very, there's a lot to go through, lot to learn, lot to experience, or, challenging in bringing it together can be very different, okay, for people. Lots of what we call different factors involved. But it's a calling, it's a deeper, higher spiritual, transformative relationship, okay? Whereas we have karmics, which is more of a toxic relationship, where we're learning those really hard, heavy lessons, or it creates a lot of toxicity in your life. And also that's sort of a soulmate energy. We can have good soulmates, we can have very toxic karmic soulmates. But this is for my highest divine masculines and feminines. A lot of people like to call them the twin flame connection. I personally do not like to label those things, but believe me, first card out, you know when you are in a higher divine spiritual union. This is the High Priestess. There we go. She works for the divine. She has been chosen by the divine to hold, reveal, bring forth information from the divine, okay? It can represent secrets. It can represent the divine feminine, and the other one is the Empress and the Emperor. But look at that. We are doing a reading. I was asked to do this reading by my beautiful people that support the page, and they did want to know about their higher divine spiritual partner. Now, you could be with them, you could be in separation, or they could be about to come in. We're going to see where this reading takes us. But we have the High Priestess out first. Now, she also doesn't reveal all, can keep secrets, because there's a timing to bring that information out, okay? Sorry, my camera's a bit... so let's get some messages out. And it is the Scorpio moon. So this is deep feelings, deep emotions, deep hidden. It could be deep hidden feelings for somebody, okay? We're going to put that as the overall energy. She is ready to bring through the information for you guys. First card out is definitely this I'm going to say twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine. Please put it where it resonates and do not make it fit where it doesn't fit. Anywhere and everywhere there has been sabotage. It has been hard. People are working against you, not with you, not for this connection, or you've been sabotaging this connection. We have the fated wheel of change. Now, fated wheel of change is about, there's lots of directions to choose. What are you going to choose? And here we have something or someone, masculine or feminine, 9 of Pentacles, sorry. She's very abundant. She's walking her talk. She's doing her. She's oozing her magnetism. But there is abundance around this person because they are just doing them and they're walking their talk. It could be an energy that you're very pulled to. There could be a very strong attraction to your divine counterpart. All right. So let's get some... Definitely. Okay, so the message is, for those of you who need to hear this, There's definitely been fighting against this connection, whether that's other people or one of the divine counterparts. There's also been sabotage and people who are not making this easy or blocking that path. Now also, everything's about growth and learning, but you know, where are you allowing that to happen as well? We've got to look at that. But here's a plan. Now, this isn't moving forward. Somebody's got an idea, somebody's got an offer to move forward. They know where they want to head, but this is the slowest moving knight of the deck. Okay? And they're not making a move yet, they're only thinking about it. The reason we've got the fated wheel of change is because there's been deception. That's either self-deception or people, places, and situations creating deception, or they're about to see deception, which creates the change. Ooh, door shut. Now, they're ready. They're going to speak up, speak out. This is my yes, give it a go card. But it is also somebody, can be, who was in, out, uncommittal. I'll give it a go. I'll say, oh, no, I'm not sure. In, out, in, out. So it is someone that is rethinking. One of the divine counterparts is rethinking. They want to come back in, or they want to make a move or an offer towards their divine counterpart. They were being deceptive, or they're in deception, or there's some form of deception. Or they thought they could get away with something. You know, when we're, give me an example, running two ships, running two situations, keeping two or three or four sets of people, you know, going or happening, you know, that type of thing. Could be that. You'll place that where it fits for you. And so they were coming in, or they are, this is my uncommittal, you know, they want to come in, they want to give it a go, but again, we've got this uncommittal energy. That could have been what was going on. Yeah, there you go, as I said it. So there's been a transformation, there's been a revelation, there's been an epiphany. This is seeing things in a new way, not your way, in a new way. This is trying it, thinking outside the box, giving it a go, ready for a new beginning, feeling fresh, feeling revived, ready to move forward. And what have we got here? This is mental inner conflict or fear. So great fear or a trigger, or we'll look into that because that can mean many things. It can be my dark card. King of Pentacles. Something that could be holding a divine counterpart up is money. Whether that's they need the money to move forward, or they've got to sort their money out, or they were very focused. They're very focused on their security, their stability, their finances, so much so that they're sabotaging themselves. They may have felt that they didn't have the money or the security or the stability to move forward through other people blocking them. Okay, fated wheel of change. Yep, they're definitely reviewing. So this King of Pentacles, wherever he's been sabotaged, held back, he's sabotaged, people sabotaged, it looks like he's going to review. He's reviewing his long-term security and stability. He's looking at his money. He's looking at his foundation. Now, he's definitely moving towards his Empress. Now, the Empress, divine counterpart, works for the divine. She's loving, caring, nurturing. She grows things. She births things. Everything. She can turn nothing to something. If you come towards an Empress, you cannot breadcrumb her. You cannot give her a little bit. She will not put her time into that because she has higher divine energy. She has to grow. She has wisdom as well. Okay, she's been through it. She's not there to play. She's not there to muck around. She's there for people who want to put in the work. She says, I will help you grow that. Let's go, let's do that, let's grow that, and so she likes to work with people who are ready to put in the work, who are genuine, okay? So she's also not going to take any let's call it lower vibrational. You can't muck me around drama. You know, she's pretty in her truth, speaks her truth. She works for the divine. She's protected by the divine. She doesn't chase. She doesn't run after you. She's not going to play games, and she's not going to play your games if you're not in your truth. Now, that might seem cold and harsh, like, oh, she doesn't chase. Why she doesn't chase is because she doesn't need to deal with her karma or send karma, because she knows the divine will do that for her. She has to take her orders through the divine, not through man, not through woman, not through her. She has to take her orders through the divine. She understands the consequences through the divine. That's what I mean by not chase, not attack, not throw karma. Okay? And she knows anyone that does the emperor or the empress wrong, let's say, who are working through order, higher divine order of the divine, they know they're protected. And that's why she's very abundant, because she's protected by the divine. That wasn't her choice. The empress, a true empress, a high vibrational empress, is chosen by the divine because she's been through every trial, every tribulation, every battle, every betrayal, she has suffered and endured it all. You don't just become an empress because you're a Taurus or a Libra or a young mother. Just because you're a mother doesn't make you an empress, okay? Just because you've birthed a child doesn't make you an empress. We call that a lower vibrational empress unless you have been through life cycles, life trials, life tribulation. Some people have done that very young, absolutely. But they're now sitting in wisdom and under the divine order to deliver divine journeys, messages, and things like that. Yeah, we definitely have a love offer. This is someone wanting to move forward to their divine counterpart with a love offer. It could be an apology as well, but you know, there's a cup there. There's a cup of love, okay? Yeah, wow. Whatever deceit and deception went on, whether it was between you and your divine counterpart, that cycle has ended. They realize they cannot do that with their empress or vice versa. Okay, this, you know, the divine is watching. There's a higher calling here. If an emperor or an empress, either way, does the wrong thing by their divine counterpart, the universe steps in. That's probably what I'm trying to say more than anything else. So the universe shut out or shut down a cycle, or said that cycle of deceit or deception or something they needed to end has entered in its deception. Oh my gosh, I just pulled out. I didn't realize that. There we go. We definitely have an emperor here. Okay, now the emperor is in his integrity. He's straight under, look at this, under the empress. They're sitting on top of each other like that. Emperor and empress. Divine counterparts came out who work for the divine, who have a higher divine spiritual union and connection that most people probably won't understand or ever experience, or will never be the power couple that these two are. These two together can create so much abundance that could be being sabotaged and blocked. It could be that message, take it where it resonates, and the fated wheel of change and long-term security and stability. These two together create empires. They create long-term family legacies of wealth for their children's children. Just saying. That's the power of the connection. The divine steps in and divine alignment. But you can't have an emperor who's uncommittal. This emperor may have been uncommittal. He might be about to, yes, let's do this, let's move forward. But we've got a page with an emperor's energy. You can't be both. That could be an emperor out of his integrity, or he was. And that cycle of deception needed to end. Okay, please reverse the roles. Like I'm not just someone here is coming. They are the divine counterpart of the empress and vice versa. They are empress status, but they may not have been ready or willing to commit or willing to step into that role, or they were playing. That's my player card. You can't play in that divine union. So here's just an example. So let's say you have an emperor and an empress meant to come together by the divine, created by the divine. Now, one of them wants to be a player, play games, uncommittal, in, out, breadcrumb. Yeah, no, yeah, you know, an empress or an emperor, vice versa. The divine steps in. Because you can't do that to one of the divine's higher chosen workers. They're protected by the divine. You will be removed by the divine. So the emperor, or it looks like the emperor here, whoever that is, the masculine, needed transformation, has a revelation, has an epiphany, seeing things in a whole new way, standing in their authenticity here, standing in, putting the past behind them, finally stepping into their authenticity. They're ready for a new beginning. They have rethought this and rethought this. Their current situation is good. It's stable. It's fine. They've built a good crop, but it's like there's more. There has to be more to this journey. Okay, so they're ready for a new beginning, new start, fresh start, transformation. Maybe it's, can we start this again? I'm bringing in love. I'm bringing in an offer. Can we start? Can we restart? Can we start fresh? And they do want to move forward to victory. They're coming in for victory. Now, maybe they're not sure about what reception they're going to get, or maybe they have to face this massive fear to come in. Because here's the other thing I'm getting here. For an emperor, let's say that the emperor was playing or breadcrumbing or not ready, or, you know, not ready to step in that emperor energy, they will be removed. Now, to other counterparts, they could play that game. It's easier. They could go off and be with a karmic or a soulmate and play those games, and the universe will just let them play it out. But when you're with your divine counterpart, the universe says, no. You can't do that here. And that's why a lot of divine counterparts will go back to something that's easier, go back to something more toxic, go back to a partner, place, or situation that is not where they need to step up into a new level. Because there's a lot of, you know, the divine is your boss when you have to boss up here. You work for the divine, the CEO of the divine. You have a higher calling, and they expect a higher integrity within the union. That's what it's called for, because you've got a higher divine purpose for the divine, not just for you two. So that could have been very fearful for them to step into that, realizing, oh my gosh, this is my role here with this person. Do I really want it? You know, that's a big challenge for anybody. That's going from, you know, I just heard, boyhood to manhood. You know, when you're a young adult into a manhood or womanhood, or, you know, when you go those other levels. Yeah. See, they were refusing to bring justice, bring balance, make a commitment. Maybe some legal stuff has to be sorted. That can represent my legal card, and that's why he's looking at his money, his security, his stability. There was a lot of battle, conflict, sabotage, maybe avoidance, not getting avoidance, getting more sabotage. Maybe he'll have to lose this to go, you know, maybe he has to put some financial agreements in place. But he's either working with someone stubborn, or he's being very stubborn, not listening. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is new beginnings, abundant start, reviewing all of my long-term security, stability. Again, the universe stepped in. Now, you know what's really, this is the universe or a judge. This is court. This is a final decision. This is legal paperwork, commitment. This is also that, but this is the divine. Okay, so there's a new beginning here, a fated wheel of change, and a re-evaluation of your long-term security, stability. The divine has stepped in. Now, no word of a lie, under the high priestess is the high priest. sitting on the fated wheel of change, the new beginning. Under the Empress is the Emperor, and that's how the cards fell out. Wow. Okay. What does the universe want me? Tell me about the Empress. Yeah, the Empress is going on a journey. She's ready to go on a new journey. She's ready to move forward. The King of Wands, action needs to be taken. An offer needs to be given, or an apology, or reaching out. This person's been very slow, or not doing it, or not moving. There's an end of a cycle. There's deceit, deception. Oh my gosh. Now we have the King and Queen of Wands, divine counterparts here. And wherever this deception was, it was either around you deceiving them or them deceiving you, or you were deceptive of the situation you were currently in, and that needed to end. Okay, you will know where that fits. You'll know where the deception is, whether it was in you, outside you, or people around you. Oh my gosh. And what has come? The Two of Cups on the Emperor, under the Empress. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, we had an emperor who had their divine counterpart, their twin, their divine higher union, equal give and take, or someone ready to step up and equally, but they were uncommittal. They were playing. They played games. They couldn't step up. I feel for some, if action's not taken, the Empress is moving on. She's moving forward. The Emperor could be coming in, let's say the Emperor, whoever that is, could be coming in, male or female, to give an offer, close out something of the past. Yeah, there's a new beginning, transformation, standing in their authenticity. They're definitely, whoever's playing whichever role, there's a new beginning. The sword of truth. To get this new beginning, to get this brand new start and a fresh start, the sword of truth has to come in. Okay, this King of Swords, he needs to review everything, even himself. There's stuff he didn't want to look at and face. Yeah, he was being stuck, stubborn, in his head, my way or the highway. I have a plan. I'm doing it how I want to do it. It created nothing but, it was shadow, fear, block, or that's how he thought he was going to get victory too. So, we can't tell the universe. Yeah, definitely. He had to have a rethink, death and rebirth, an ending and a beginning, to think about how he was giving his love, for wanting to give the love. Moving on, moving forward. He's got all his information now. Yeah, there's overwhelming alignment. So there's overwhelming heart alignment, emotional pull, and he wants to move on to his Queen of Cups, where he feels an unconditional love, and we have the King of Cups. So what do we have in this reading? High Priest, High Priestess, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, Emperor and Empress, and now we have the King and Queen of Cups, which is all about love, connection, deep spiritual connection, both wanting to give that love. Wow. Communication about the bigger picture and healing. I heal you, you heal me. Together we're abundant. There could be healing here, inner wounding. Have faith, loyalty in this union very fast. There's something about very fast. What is the reason? What's this fast communication or out of the blue? Oh, a healing? Look, this is like a death of something, but generally like a healing, or someone needed to end something because it's fallen on the Ten of Swords, the deception. Yes, someone was very stuck, very blocked, very stubborn, only seeing something go their way, hanging on to the past. Maybe the universe stepped in, or they had to go to court or deal something or finalize something, or they have to do that fast. No, I think it's more them, yeah, they were taking their old sweet time, reviewing everything. They do want to move forward where they were stuck, where they weren't sure. Threes change. The sword of truth needs to come out on the, for the new beginning. So someone was definitely holding back here about where they wanted to go forward. They want a new beginning. The World card's a reset cycle. They're ready to move forward now. And abundance, like they're focused on their security, stability. This is long-term happiness, long-term abundance, money, security, stability, foundation, generational wealth type thing. Let's build generational wealth. Who can I do that with? You know, that type of thing. And this is definitely having to walk away from leaving the past behind, leaving connections behind. Now, this person doesn't really want to, or they feel there's a pull and they have to. It's nearly like I have to move forward, like these people are holding me back. And they've got their backs turned, like this person's looking back to see if, but they have their backs turned because then they're only there for them. They're not there to give unconditional love and have a higher divine purpose and an equal give and take. See, this is equal give and take. This is equal love, equal give and take, equal working or building on something or working with. These people have their backs turned. It's about them. And if you don't want to do them or do it their way, they're not willing to negotiate. They're walking away from you too. I just got too that it might have been hard for this person to walk away from the past, like hard to walk away from people who are hard to deal with. But they've realized they're not going to get anywhere with these people. Like I have to grow. I have to move forward. Like I have to, yeah, they had to release a burden. There were burdens. Look at that, the Emperor. It's definitely the Emperor. The Emperor has to release burdens that are holding him back, that are not keeping him blocked, keeping him stuck, keeping him where he was. He was not growing. See, he had to go into Hermit, the Magician. We've got he wants to offer his love or cup elsewhere. He wants to grow. He wants to stop carrying these burdens. Tens completion. Because these people are not, they're not easy to deal with. You wouldn't want to be negotiating with them. So one of them's let down, disappointed, but back turned. And one of them's got their back completely turned and walking away. I feel like these are definitely people of the past that the Emperor felt very connected to, or responsible for, let's say. But there was no growth here. There was just burden and them carrying the heavy burden. Nobody else is carrying those sticks, just them. So this could have been people that relied on them for money, for support. But he's carrying a heavy burden. Yeah, family, yep, people he was responsible for who are not working with him and for him. No, not on the same page, not even remotely on the same page. Okay, let's ask the question. Who is this masculine by the look of it? Whoever the masculine is, let's call them the Emperor. Who are they currently tied to? Who are they currently walking away from? They're definitely a relationship, a foundation. It could be a marriage that they were in. They need to come out of it. There's nothing but conflict there. This was someone, look, they could have had a child, a marriage, a higher commitment, okay, higher responsibility. Yeah, it's not unconditional love. There wasn't receiving of love. See, we've got love here, but there's no receiving of love. There's no unconditional love. It's the relationship's reversed. So they may have had a lot of love. Yeah, see, look. Oh, wow. They've got to walk away from a foundation, a home, security, stability, a higher level of commitment, someone they've got a child with, a marriage to, they were in a relation to. There's the Queen of Cups. We've got the King of Pentacles here. We've got someone has to stand in their authenticity, their truth. So they're actually in a relationship that they do not have love or unconditional love. This is a battle, this is a struggle. They have to defend themselves, they have to stand up for themselves because they want their Two of Cups. They want their divine counterpart who underneath is the unconditional love. Yeah, see the Lovers. He has to make a decision about the Lovers, and it's been hard to move on and move forward. So there is definitely someone here that has been in another relationship. Yep, they've had to weigh up their pros and cons. They've had to maybe do paperwork, get paperwork sorted, get their life sorted. They've been fearful, they've been blocked, they've been stuck, they've been stubborn. They want to give love. There's the Justice card, get justice or balance in the situation. They want to give a go to the big picture, and they want to bring healing to someone. But first of all, as I said, who is this person? Why do they leave this higher divine commitment? Why are they conflicted? Why has it been so hard? They've got a good foundation there. You know, they could have a home, they could be abundant, they're stable, secure, but it's kind of like been there, done that. Like I've outgrown it. They outgrew it. So they've outgrown a home, a foundation, a higher level of commitment to a partner, an ex. Yes, see, end of a cycle. They had to close out a cycle. They've outgrown something. They've learned all they needed to learn in that commitment that they were in. They found it very hard. Yep, lots of conflict, but they're coming out of conflict. It's ended. And, sorry, the other card. I'll put it back in. They're coming out of conflict. Yeah, they were dealing with someone... could be younger, could be to do with immaturity, unevolved, someone who creates drama, gossip, you know, they may have been fearful of this person. Yeah, Queen of Swords, look, she can be very cutting, create drama if she's a low vibrational Queen of Swords. You know, my way or the highway, you do this now, or you can't have that, or I'll block you from this, or you can't like have the money, see your children, because this is someone in a higher level commitment. They're with someone who did depend on them, who did rely on them. They've outgrown it, or it's over. See, higher level commitment. This was a Queen of Swords. You were in a higher level of commitment with children, home, lived with them. A lot of emotion there, definitely overwhelming emotion coming in there, but you're going to get success on it. Yeah, why are you moving on from there? Because there's a death and an ending. You've outgrown it. You've surpassed that relationship. And this is the bigger picture. This is about new cycles, new growth, adventure, moving forward. Is there any other messages for why that Emperor? Because that's one message. So for some of you who were not in a higher level commitment, like didn't have children or a marriage or an ex that they were dealing with, or why is there another reason? They had to go very inward. There was something they weren't ready for. They didn't want to look at it. They weren't ready to deal with it. They needed healing, and that was possibly inner child healing. Yeah, old hurt, old pain, old wound. They were trying to get victory over that. So something within this person, the deception, well, they were deceptive about who they are, what they wanted. They were deceptive about themselves, but it's to do with old past relationship, old wounds, old healings, old stuff they needed to heal. Karmic, you know, it's universe stepped in and said, you need to deal with this. You'll get the clarity. They were overwhelmed. You know, it could have been a deception issue. They're ready to give. They're ready to manifest. They want their rewards. They're ready for a new beginning, a fresh start. So maybe they had to go into hermit mode for a while. They had to actually heal. They actually had to, and it could be both. It could be both. They could have had to end something and still go in and do this healing. But this looks like to me a deep inner child healing about relationships, because we have a relationship in the back of this card, and also see here that the Emperor was very uncommittal. We call this my player card. Like, I don't really commit. You know, I'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes, but I don't commit. Okay, I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. I'm off, I'm on. I'm undecided. You know, it's a little out of integrity to be in an Emperor energy. And maybe that's what they had to go in and heal, you know, and that can be a childhood wound, definitely deep inner, you know, deception here. But the star card's there, reward card is there, you know, and wish fulfillment. Star card also represents your hopes, dreams and wishes. It can be, you know, when this is my wish fulfillment, so I'm going to run the other way. So that could have been, you know, inner healing, inner deceit, inner deception. We call them success blockers. Okay, one last message quickly for my divine outcome. Okay. Oh, you're not going to... We finish off with the High Priestess. We started with the High Priestess. How's that to close out a cycle, to close out a reading? We've got justice, we've got balance, we've got decision made, okay? Truths, and all these decisions, all these cups. So obviously a decision's going to be made. I've been looking at all my cups. The decision's final. It's made. Justice and balance will come in. The High Priestess has either stepped in, or the truth or the secrets or the intuition has will override, and justice will be served here. So isn't that interesting? Or a final decision. And it's funny, they're both sitting on their thrones there in truth. In truth, justice is truth. High Priestess is truth, and I cannot believe it, because at the top, the overall was the High Priestess. We started, we end with her. So there is your message from the higher divine about a higher divine, masculine and feminine, twin flame relationship, whatever you want to call it, your divine spiritual counterpart. Now remember, you may not have met them yet. You're wondering, where are they? Why haven't they come in? You may have met them yet, or you could be in separation or just going through this. You place it where it fits. But that was the message for my higher divine spiritual counterparts. Thank you. Hit that like button, and I hope that helped you through the Scorpio energy and the moon deep emotional energy. Okay, thank you. Bye.